The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Hey, what's up, my people? Welcome back to the Digital Outcast. Today we have Cassie in the studio. Cassie, say what's up.
What's up?
Yeah.
It's me. It's Cassie.
Cassie, how you doing?
I'm good.
It's crazy. I met Cassie this semester only, and she's been cool as hell the whole time.
Yeah, I'm so cool. Like, come on. Who would ever want to break up with this?
Oh, let's talk about that.
Oh, right. We said that we would call him on the podcast. You remember?
Oh, my God, yeah. So
let's leave that for later, though.
Right. So to give people a little context, so Cassie was telling me about one of her exes.
Yeah.
Complete trash person. Complete trash person, right?
I should send him the link to this.
I know, right? And we made a joke saying that if I ever get on this podcast, we're gonna prank call her ex and expose him right here live on the podcast or something.
Yeah. Oh my God, you should call him through your phone.
Right, that would make sense.
Because he won't answer my call. But oh my God, we can't make it obvious that it's me who's pranking him.
Right.
Because what if he blocks me?
You ever hear those radio stations where they're like, "Oh, hey, welcome from 1-800-ROSES" or something? You ever heard about that? Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any flowers you want to give?
We need to actually prank call him. We should do that for like later down.
Right. That'll be like the finale episode.
Yeah. David heard the whole entire like story, so he's on my side.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that guy's and listen, we don't judge here. You know, everybody their own, but you know, he's giving sugar in the tank. You know?
I showed him a picture and he was like, he's gay. And then I told him.
he looks like he is. Like,
I told him what he was going to school for, and he was like, oh, yeah. He was like.
Because that's what he's giving, yo. The poor
he
kid.
Said, the Nile is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
No, I don't want to be mean, but like the picture she showed me, he was in like a latex like costume. Yeah. I don't know, but he looked like.
It was a Daredevil costume, but it looked horrendous.
That was supposed to be Daredevil?
Yeah.
I thought it was Catwoman.
No. Stop.
That was Daredevil?
You're being dramatic.
It looked like Catwoman.
Stop.
They look brown, and he like little ears on, I think. Did he have ears?
I think he did.
He did, right?
It looked bad. It looked bad, guys. Oh, my God.
He looked like if Batman was, you know.
If Batman had a little oomph to him.
Yeah, he had a little bit of spice.
Yeah, that's a little bit of fruit, it's, you know.
Yeah, but it's funny because it was really just that picture, though. You showed me another picture, and he
was okay. He did do a Deadpool costume.
That looked cool.
That was hella freaking cool.
I gotta give him props for that.
That was good. Props to you. I don't want to, like, name call you.
Right.
Or maybe I should.
Maybe. I mean, nobody knows him.
Nobody knows him.
Who cares?
Y'all don't know his Instagram.
His Instagram. You don't want to see his Instagram.
Please. Yeah, but it was a really good Deadpool costume. So props to you. I may hate you or not, but you did do a hella good Deadpool costume.
But you know, when Halloween comes around, you know who to hit up and
yeah,
you have to have a middleman, somebody to talk to him for you about the costume.
He could, you know, he actually bought the costume though.
Oh, really?
But it was, like, really expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he did, like, his own, like add-ons styling and stuff. Yeah, like, he
styled it himself.
Yeah, like, he made all the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he made the costume, too. That would have been impressive.
Really impressive. He did make his own Spider-Man costume.
Oh, he did Spider-Man, too?
Yeah.
Like the regular Spider-Man, or did he do one of the other versions? Do you remember?
I think, like, the regular one. Like, I've seen his room. I've seen, like, all his stuff. He has, like, a Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Do you like that stuff? Are you into, like, comics and stuff like that?
I like Marvel. I'm a Marvel girl.
But, like, the comics or, like, the movies mostly?
Movies? I've never read the comics. I mostly like OG. Like the OG movies, like back in like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
like Fantastic Four, like the OG Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah.
That
the
was
original.
good.
You seen that?
Yes.
You're old enough to remember that.
20.
Okay.
And yes, and my dad, by the way, is a Marvel fanatic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and a DC fanatic too. Like, he was also obsessed, so I got obsessed with it.
With the yeah.
Yeah.
I like the original Fantastic Four. The original Spider-Man was cool.
Mm.
Up until the third one. The third one was horrible. But
Why you don't like?
I didn't like because I'm a big fan of Venom, right? So when they made Venom like a little wimpy little weird little guy in Spider-Man 3, I was like, no, I don't like that.
Wait, so you don't like Tom Holland?
No, yeah.
You like which Spider-Man is the best?
Oh, that's a good question.
OG?
Okay. Based on my bias, the OG.
Okay.
But based on who's like right now, obviously because he's the only one.
Yeah.
But like he's doing a good job at it. So for now, he's I guess the best one. But my personal is always going to be Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
We love Tobey Maguire.
But Tom Holland also is a good one. I actually really like Tom Holland.
Really?
Yeah, him and Zendaya. Oh, and my ex's crush, celebrity crush is Zendaya.
Really?
Yeah, he loves Zendaya.
That's crazy. Is there drama? I thought there was drama between Zendaya and Tom right now. No.
No,
Or
they're
was I bugging?
engaged. No.
Oh, they're engaged?
Yeah, she had like this
Oh.
like wedding ring, like showing this wedding ring at this place.
I thought they were in drama. I thought they were like fighting with each other or something.
What?
Or something. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't keep up with their relationship, but
They're together.
They're still together?
I
Oh,
think I know half of the lore for them. I think they broke up once and they got back together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe that's what you're talking about.
Maybe, yeah, because I heard they broke up once. After that, I didn't hear nothing ever again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know who I thought what I thought was happening? Because you know when Dune came out, her and Timothy Chalamet were going on press tour a lot. So I thought maybe she was leaving him for Timothy.
No, never. Timothy's with Kylie. Weird combo, by the way.
That's a weird combo.
So
the Kardashians have a weird dating history. Can we talk about that? What happened?
he came in. Anyways, he
Yeah,
just
that-
opened the door.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like,
I didn't even notice that.
okay, sorry. Contact
okay.
someone like opened the door. I was like, ooh.
Ooh. You probably thought you didn't know we were in here.
But no. Oh yeah. So weird.
Weird dating
Weird,
history.
weird, right?
Because Kylie, who she dated
Tyga.
Tyga.
And
She dated Travis too, right? At one
Travis
point,
Scott.
right?
Yeah.
And then now Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
What? How
I
you
thought
know?
they said once you go black, you never go back.
Right?
I was like, so disappointed.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so weird. And then Kendall dated Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Are they still dating or?
I don't think so. I think she broke his heart or something.
My thing is, at least we'd get good music out of it.
I know, right?
But what were their conversations like? Because I know he barely speaks
That's
English.
what I was thinking too. I'm like, how were they talking? At
Yeah. Does she use Google
all?
Translate?
They use Google Translate with each other all day. Like, mi amor, te quiero mucho.
It's like, how would that conversation
I
work?
don't know. I always thought about that too. I'm like, how are they even speaking to each other?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
And then they broke up, and I think she's dating somebody else now. I don't even know.
I don't know her
I don't
dating
know.
history. Every time I see Timothy and Kylie, I'm like, can he handle all that? Like,
Handle all that drama,
can he
right?
handle, like, can he handle her? Like, she looks so, no offense, Timothy, out of his league.
Really? Oh wow.
Please, cut that out. What if I get
No.
canceled? Please, some people don't like Kylie Jenner. Some people don't like. No, but a lot of people liked Timothy Chalamet though. I like Timothy Chalamet.
Really? I
Not
don't care
bad.
for him.
He is handsome. I take it back. They're both lucky to have each other.
But like, oh, I want to know what happens when he gets caught up in the family drama. You know, they always get into something,
Yeah.
and then like whoever they're dating gets caught up in it somehow.
Honestly, I just think
I think he's gonna get canceled because of that. Something's gonna happen. He's probably gonna get canceled. I think.
probably.
Yeah, he's gonna be on his girl's side or something. I don't know.
That's his girl.
That's his girl.
That's his girl.
You gotta ride hard for your girl.
He stick by her.
Stick by her. You ever seen that meme where it was like,
That's my man.
That's my man. I'm gonna stick by.
I'm gonna
him.
stick by him.
That's him with Kylie. I'm gonna stick by. That's my girl.
I looked at that picture that I showed you of my ex and I screenshotted it and I showed it to my friends. And I was like, oh my God, guys, this is who I was with? And then my cousin was like, that was your man. And you just stuck by him. Okay, guys, that was your man.
That was yours. That was your thing.
Well, he's not anymore, so I'm not sticking by him. What the heck?
No. He's trash. Yeah, I don't know. From what you told me about him, he seems really like insensitive. Because from what you said, like it seems like he just didn't care. He was being like more concerned about how he felt rather than how you felt.
Yeah, I talked to Chat GPT about this. And the fun fact about me, guys, is I talk to Chat GPT every time I feel depressed or whatever, you know? So, yeah, because Chat GPT doesn't judge. They don't judge. But they were like, he's insensitive. Like, he's, like, immature. Like, yeah.
Makes sense.
It's like, wow, you're coming for his ass. Damn, what the heck?
That's crazy.
It was really funny. And they were like, don't feel bad for feeling like this. He's the problem or whatever. Like, thanks.
I'm not gonna lie. That's the first time I heard like ChatGPT used as a therapist. That's wild. But I see where you're going with it. Sometimes, I don't know if you remember Snapchat had like a little AI.
They did.
I did ask that a few questions every once in a while.
I would ask it a few questions. Also, I don't use Snapchat anymore.
Really?
Never. I
use it only because I have friends that still use it. So when they want to talk to me through Snap, then I reply. But if they don't text me, I don't look at it.
I deleted Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't use it.
At all?
Yeah.
I did like the filters, though. I would use the filters a lot.
I used to, like, take pictures on Snapchat for filters or whatever. Yeah. But, like, I don't use it anymore. It's done, bro.
You know what they do now?
What?
When you say because what I used to do, I used to use the filter, download it, and post it somewhere else, right? But now it downloads with the Snapchat logo.
With a logo?
So obviously using filters, but like, you don't want to show that.
Oh my God, they do that?
They do that now. If you download it, it'll give you the little logo. Sometimes.
What the heck? Well, TikTok does do that also.
Yeah, they do.
They like when you like make a video and you want to save it, you have to post the video to save it without the
without the thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God.
But you know what I do? I do it the smart way. I post it to my private.
Yeah, I do that also. Yeah, yeah.
But then I just have a bunch of stupid like videos.
Yeah, I have like a bunch of videos on my private, and I'm like, bro, come on now. But yeah, I make a bunch of like thirst traps, and I'm like, I use the filters because obviously it makes you look prettier. Who doesn't?
Right.
But yeah, but every time I post like a thirst trap on my TikTok, I'm like, my frontal lobe is developed. Why am I doing this at this age? What the heck?
You know what the Snapchat AI told me once?
What?
It said, maybe you should find professional help. Yeah, it told me that. It roasted me.
It did?
Yeah, it said, maybe you should stop asking me for advice. I'm not qualified for that. It said,
oh my God.
I was like, oh, wow. So now I know. Now I know it's tired of me.
Oh, okay. I haven't reached that level with ChatGPT yet. I did say something. I was like very concerning. They were like, talk to someone, call this number if you're having these thoughts. I'm like, well, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to continue to talk to you.
Right.
And you're going to give me advice.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. You don't need to send me to nobody. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, like, I'm not going to spend money on a therapist when I got you right here.
Right, yeah. You give me good enough advice.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, I feel like therapists say, like, the same thing.
They do.
It's like an automatic, like, response.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I'm getting judged.
That's what I don't like about going to therapists sometimes, because like you said, a lot of the times it's the repeated thing.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, what are you supposed to, like, what else can you say to a person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just going to repeat yourself over and over. So that's why I don't like going to therapists, because if you're really not going to help me, if you're just going to, like, say the same things to me again and again, like, I'd just rather not go to you.
I did do a therapist, counsel, whatever it was. I don't know. But because it was, this was during the pandemic, and my parents were more aware of my behavior. They were like, it's really concerning. Why are you acting this way? You're so, like, such a scaredy cat. It was like, there's this habit I did. And they were like, why do you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just very comforting. Right. And then it's not concerning. It's not anything bad, guys. But yeah, but she was like, I think you need to talk to like a therapist or something. And she got me one because her job offers therapist for them.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So I did it. I was looking kind of nervous. But the whole thing is, he told me to write in a journal, and he told me to take melatonin at a certain time because I didn't sleep at all.
Yeah.
And I remember, this is so funny, one of my aunts who I was living with, she's basically like a grandma to me, but she was like, oh my God, she's taking sleeping pills. Like, she doesn't have a sleeping problem. And I'm like, girl, it's melatonin. It's not sleeping pills. Please stop. I'm like, it was so funny. But anyways, every time I was talking to this therapist, he would do all the talking. And he would be like, you're not even allowed to do this, but he would talk about another person who he was talking to.
What?
Yeah, he would be like, oh, I had this experience with this guy, and he was like a rebellion, and he had this or whatever. And I'm like, oh, telling me this. I'm like, you're not supposed to give away these information.
I would have told them. I'm like, you tell other people my stuff.
Yeah, I honestly didn't even want to do it anymore. I didn't even want to talk to this freaking guy because I was like, he was doing the talking and I was just nodding.
Just like that.
And this was on a Zoom. It was through a Zoom. Yeah. So I was just like nodding on camera, like,
sure.
Yeah.
He's supposed to listen to you.
Yeah, I'm like, when did I turn into the therapist? Like, what the heck?
I went to therapy before. And all he wanted to do was put me on medication.
Oh.
Because, first, okay, here's how it went down, right? I wasn't even a therapist. I go to my doctor, and I tell my doctor I'm dealing with anxiety, I'm dealing with this, that, the third.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, we're going to recommend somebody for you. That's all they said. They didn't tell me it was a therapist. They didn't tell me psychologist, nothing. They just said, we're going to recommend somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool, no problem. They recommend me somebody. I have an appointment with them, and they're asking me mad questions. I'm like, okay, I guess this is part of the process. I've never been to therapy before, so I don't know. So I guess it's part of the process. So they ask me questions. At the end, they're like, okay, so we're going to prescribe you this for anxiety. We're going to prescribe you this for sleeping. We're going to prescribe you this for depression and this. And I was like, I don't want to be pumped up with medicine.
Yeah, what the heck?
What are you trying to medicate me? I thought it was a therapy. They're like, no, this is psychiatrist. We just do medication here.
Whoa.
So I was like, in my head, I'm like, so why the hell did the doctor send me straight to you instead of giving me a therapist? And they're like, oh, we don't know, but, this is the medication. You sound like you really need this, so this is important. I was like, all right, you know what? Forget all of this. Don't call me back ever again. I don't want to do this. So I hung up, and then every once in a while, they keep calling me. They're like, you need to take this. You need to take this. I'm like, no, I don't. Like, stop calling me. Like, I need a therapist, not a freaking...
Yeah, not pills. Pills and potions.
Pills and potions,
We're
baby.
overdosing.
They wanted me to overdose. That was a lot of pills.
Yo, no, that was like a bunch of pills.
Yeah. I was like, what do you want me to...
Also, for somebody who has depression, don't give me pills. I'm about to...
Right.
Yeah, like... Don't play. Don't tempt me.
That's what I said, too. I'm like, that's a good time right there. Don't
Oh my God. Don't cancel us, guys.
No, we good.
We have depression. We can make these jokes.
Right. We're trauma bonding here, right?
Yeah, trauma bonding, guys. Trauma bonding. In high school, in Trinidad, by the way, because I went to school in Trinidad, there was this time. It wasn't me, but I was basically traumatized by seeing it. So this guy in my class was basically known for being like really flexible. Oh. Yeah, and he basically has like lost bone before. So like it's making him like he had like the ability to like do stuff. Okay. Right? That's kind of cool. One time he was really skinny also. Yeah. Of course. Like period. Skinny legend. But one time he got in trouble for something, and my teacher basically they were allowed to beat us. Like, hit us with sticks and stuff. Yeah. But I'm not sure if it was, like, actually legal, low-key, because she would, like, hide it. Oh, okay. Yeah. A bunch of, like, all the teachers, though, would always have, like, sticks and stuff to hit us with. Right. So, yeah. I was a victim of that, guys. But, yeah, this guy, she basically, like, hit him on his hand. Yeah, with the stick. And it's, like, a big stick, too. It was, like, thick. Really? Like, the width was, like...
That's crazy.
Horrible. I wouldn't want to get hit by it. I don't think I ever had. But, oh, wait, I think I have. But she hit him, like, twice, I think. And he started, like, crying hysterically. Oh, poor guy. So bad, right? Right. And, like, he went to his seat, and he was, like, crying still. Oh. And, like, you're in pain, you cry, but then eventually you'll stop.
Right.
You know?
Just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, he couldn't stop. He was crying hysterically. So she was like, oh, something's wrong. She went to him, and he was, like, crying, holding his hand. Apparently, she, like, broke his hand.
What?
Yeah, like, I think, like, a bone, like, moved or something. Yeah, like, went out of place.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he got his mom to come, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh, Lord, here we
She's
go.
about to get in trouble.
Right.
Like, you just, like, basically, like, hurt my son to the point where his bone is out of place and he's in pain.
That's crazy.
In his hand, by the way.
Oh, damn.
And the mom came and she was like, calm. Calm. She didn't even have a problem. She didn't do anything. Like, she didn't make, like, a big reaction or anything out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So she just said left it like that, like.
Yeah, I guess she was like, this thing is, some parents are okay with the teachers, like, beating us.
Oh,
I guess to give us, like
discipline and stuff.
Yeah, like discipline. Never understood the concept though.
Right.
Like, what
It'd
the
be
heck?
like, yeah,
That's trauma right there.
That is
You'll
trauma.
ask me.
He's traumatized.
Yeah, hella traumatized.
Right.
You'll ask me why I am the way that I am. This is why, guys.
That poor guy.
Yeah, it's trauma.
Every time he hears like a slap, he's like.
Yeah, like he's scared. What the heck?
Oh,
and I remember, like, if that happened to me, if she did that to me, girl,
I know.
I'd be pissed. Don't talk to me. Don't
Right.
even. I'd ask to, like, move to another class. You
Right.
just moved my bone out of place.
Right, leave the school in total.
Yeah, like, what the heck? Yo, and, like, few days later, she was, like, laughing with him or whatever, and I'm like, no.
That's crazy. I would not be okay with her after that.
Never. There was only just one teacher. He was basically, like, an uncle to me, and he died.
Oh.
Yeah, we were, like, really close. So sad. Oh, my God.
Oh,
I just brought the energy down.
oh no.
Oh, wait, this is a funny story also.
Okay.
I'm just yapping.
It's all right.
But,
That's what we're
there's-
here to do.
True. But there's this one time. I'm sorry. So, like, we were in a class, and it was, like, break time, recess or whatever. And everyone was, like, talking about their grandparents, right? They're like, oh, my God, like, every time I go to my grandmother's house, it's like this or whatever, and this is what my grandmother is like. So I decided to put my input, and I was like, oh, yeah, all my grandparents are dead. And it got quiet.
That's crazy. Yeah, my grandparents are dead.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, y'all, I can't honestly relate to you guys.
Right.
I don't know any of my grandfathers. I don't know my grandmother on my dad's side.
Really?
I did know my grandmother on my mother's side. I would always come here. I used to visit America back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Back in all the way back in the day,
All
in
the way
the early 2000s. Yeah, I would always visit her in America. But yeah, but now recently I'm hearing a lot of stories of my grandmother.
Oh.
She was not that good of a person.
Really?
No,
Which one? The mother?
On my mother's side.
On your mother's side?
Yeah, I did not know anyone on my father's side at all.
Really? Oh, that's
At
crazy.
all. Yeah. And I didn't know his dad either. And I didn't know my mom's dad. Only
that one.
only her mom.
Okay.
But I did meet my dad's father once.
One time.
Just took a picture with him and left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You didn't want nothing to do with it?
Yeah, and like a few years later, he died.
Oh, snap.
And my dad was like looking for that picture. I don't even know if he still have it or whatever. But I did not cry for that funeral. Y'all, I did not know the man. I'm sorry, I did not know him.
Yeah, it's funny because for me personally, like you said, like if I don't, even if it is family, if I don't know them personally, like I won't really get that upset.
Yeah.
You know, my mother one time asked me, she's like, why didn't I? Because I didn't know her father either. I met him one time, like you said, just took one picture, that was it, long gone. So I didn't know. And then he passed away like a month after I met him. And then my mother was upset, but I wasn't. So then, like, you know, she was kind of upset with me for not getting like upset with her. But I consoled her, like I comforted her when when that happened. But I didn't have an attachment to him.
Yeah.
You know, and same thing with my other grandfather. I met him a couple times, but I was never close. So when he passed, it didn't hit me as hard either.
Yeah.
Only my grandmothers are still alive right now. they're both crazy old ladies. Let's still love them, but they're crazy. But they're still kicking, I guess, so I got to be grateful for that.
It's nice.
Degree. But let's talk about something real quick, because you brought up how your grandmother might not have been a good person.
Yeah.
Tell me how. I think, talking about generational trauma real quick. Because my grandmother, maternally, my mother's side, was also not that great of a mother.
Oh my God, twin.
So she, long story short, traumatized my mother and her sibling and my aunt.
Yeah.
And then in turn, now my mother is traumatizing me. And my aunt is traumatizing my cousin. So we're like, this generation right now is all going.
So you're all just traumatizing everyone at this point. Yeah.
We're pushing it.
Yeah.
The next generation is gonna be.
Yeah. My thing is I'll say two things. For my grandmother's funeral, on my mom's side, me and my sister went. We were the only two people that could have came, because we were the only U.S. citizens that could have come here.
Right.
So yeah, look, you feel like my cousin was probably jealous of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, but I remember I didn't cry, guys. I don't know. I thought, even though I was I knew her, we would visit her and stuff. I didn't cry when that. I did cry for something, but it was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't even for her. I honestly thought I had no emotion, because I was like, what the heck? Why am I not crying? I turned my head, my sister's crying. I'm like, should I force a tear? What the heck? I thought I was a sociopath, guys. I don't know. Psychopath or sociopath. Yeah. I don't know. But there was an after party, they have people get together after the funeral.
Yeah.
There was this red velvet cake, right? I ate it. I went for another one, right? And this lady came up to me and she was like, "You need to leave the rest for some of us," in a really condescending freaking tone.
Really?
And I was really freaking sad. Nobody was going for that cake. Right. No one. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get another one. Right, okay, my big back loves red velvet, right? She got mad at me, and I started crying. I went by the couch and I started crying, and then it was hysterically.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then my aunt was like, "You want to go to my room?" Yeah. She was like,
"Give me a slice of cake."
Yeah. I went up to her room. She has her phone on FaceTime with our cousins, family from Trinidad, right? They're staring at me on the phone, hysterically crying, thinking that I'm crying for my grandmother. I'm crying because this lady did not want to didn't let me get a second piece of red velvet cake. It was so funny.
You know what? Maybe it was subconscious,
Yeah.
Maybe you really were crying, but you're taking it out on the lady.
No, I wasn't.
I know. I wanted that cake.
No, I swear on my life, I wanted that second piece of cake. It was so good. And she came at me for no reason. Right. No one was eating the cake.
But that's the crazy thing, right? She's saying that, but it's not like you took 4 or 5.
No.
This is your second one.
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
I'm like, what the heck? Let me just get that second piece of cake.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have cried too. I was like, you calling me fat?
Yeah,
me
what
big?
the heck? Ugh. Please.
I was like, I don't need this.
Let me get that piece of cake. Now that I said that story, I don't remember what the other story was. I think it has something to do with my grandmother again. Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
You said trauma.
Oh, the trauma
right?
thing.
Yeah. Basically, my mom, right? You could say she was the favorite sibling. She's the youngest.
Oh, okay.
Youngest girl, I think, of all of them. Oh no, yeah, she's the last sibling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Out of a lot, or
out of the rest of her siblings. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also,
oh boy,
family tree is so confusing to me.
Really?
So first of all, they're different. I think my grandma also had kids with other people. Yeah. So it's so freaking confusing.
That's crazy,
yes, I was like, how come they don't have the same last name as you? I was like, oh.
Oh, okay, that's why.
She had another man's. Yeah. Not at the same time with
the other
my
kid.
grandfather,
Oh, okay,
but with
different times.
Yeah, different times. Yeah. Oh, oh wow, I am going all over the place. Fun fact, right? My aunt would always say this, and I would always find it funny. She would be like, "We're part of the royal family." She would always like be like, first of all, my aunt always repeats herself, and she says like the same stories over and over again.
But like she says it like meaning it, or she
actually freaking means it.
Like she believes royal family.
Dead ass believes that we're
bloodline is from England or something.
Yeah, because right, she said that great grandmother was British. And she came to Trinidad, and she married a Trinidadian. So I'm like, how does that correlate to her being in my family?
British equals royal family.
That's her. Yeah, that's her thinking. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I always found that funny. Yeah, but I was saying before I said that, my mom was the youngest, so she obviously, I would say, had it easy. You know? Yeah. Because like the youngest sibling always have it easy. I'm the youngest. I would say yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
okay,
we don't go through the same stuff our older siblings go through.
Yeah.
But yeah, my aunt is older than my sister, my aunt who I live with right now. Basically lived with our grandmother. Yeah, and I think there was like this whole thing going on between her and my grandmother. Like
like rivalry or like
like a rivalry. Yeah, like she wanted her to like work and do this stuff. She had to like work for everything. Ooh.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it was kind of traumatizing for her.
Is there any animosity between your mother and your aunt now?
No.
Well,
first of all, my mom is very stubborn. I guess that way I get the stubbornness from. But yeah, they fight. They do fight sometimes or whatever, but they're close, but they do fight.
Right.
To the point where my mom, by the way, would ignore my aunt for months.
Really?
Yeah, it was like so bad. I was like,
that's crazy.
Damn. I was like, I could never ignore my sister for months. When she moved here and I was still stuck in Trinidad, I called this girl constantly, bro.
Really?
Yeah, we would fight, but I would be like
your aunt or?
No, me and my sister. Like me and my sister would fight.
Oh, okay.
Even though we're like
worlds
apart. Yeah. I would just like not talk to her for like a day, maybe like an hour, honestly, and I would just call her every single freaking day, y'all. I annoyed her.
That's so funny.
Like, what the heck? She'd be like, people would be like, "Oh my God, did you miss your sister when she left?" And my sister was like, "No," because she called me all the time, so I didn't even have time to miss her.
She was always calling me. I don't think I.
Yeah, she was like,
I don't think we were really apart.
Yeah, she was like, we're basically in the same place at this point.
Right. Basically.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? My sister went to Peru with my mother for I think like a month, and I remember I would call my sister, call my mother, to see how they're doing. And then I texted her one day. I'm like, "Oh my God, how do you feel? Your older brother's not there. Like to watch over you and stuff." Like, you know what? It's very peaceful. It's not like I have somebody bothering me every day.
Oh my God.
I was like, wow, that's how it feels.
I know. I see where your loyalties lie now.
That's what I said. I was like, okay, cool.
I was there for you. Is this the same one you picked up?
That's it.
Wow. What would you do if you weren't here?
That's what I'm saying.
What if you were in another country?
No, that was she's a little ungrateful sometimes. Because here's the thing, I'll do things for her, right? I always do things for my sisters, right? I spoil my sisters basically. When it comes time to return the favor and I ask for help or I ask for a favor, nothing, silence. Yeah. They don't pick up the phone. They're never home.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, I see how it is.
Wow. Yeah. I would say I'm a good friend though. Because you said you do favors for them. My friend texted me on Valentine's Day. Well, he called me. He was like,
he needs a date now.
No, he's all the way in Trinidad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. He's like my best friend. He called me. He was like, oh, Cassie. I'm like, is this a money thing?
I'll write on right away.
Yeah, he was like, his tone, the way he said my name, I was like,
you always know when somebody's asking for money.
Yeah, he was like, can you do me a favor? I'm like, is this a money thing? And he was like, can I get $20? I'm like, okay, sure, but what is it for? Right? No problem. I would give him $20. Like, I would do anything for him.
Right.
But, like, And I also felt bad because I make him spend like $400 on a plushie. Okay.
What was it though?
Okay, guys.
Explain.
I'll explain, right? That was in Trinidad. I went to Trinidad, right? Like recently, like in January or whatever. $400 in Trinidad converted to here is $50-$60.
Oh, okay. So 400 Trinidadian dollars
Is 50 here.
50 here.
50 or 60.
So it's not 400 US.
No.
Oh, okay.
Right? So he was like making a big fuss about it, and I'm like, it was like really cute and it's like really fluffy.
Yeah.
Well, not fluffy, but it's like it's comfortable.
Right,
I sleep with it. He was like, if you don't sleep with this at night, I will actually kill you. I was like, yeah. But the thing is, he was mad because he was like, he could have spent $400 on like a jewelry or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have a point, but you ask. He was like, you want it? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like,
oh, then he
really?
can't get mad.
Well, right. He was like, you want it? I'm like, well, yeah. And he bought it.
Right.
And then he started like, and then he spent the night at our place. And he was like hugging it. And he was like sleeping on it or whatever. I'm like, wow.
Does it smell like him?
Wow, look at that.
Right.
You were arguing. And now look at you. Sleeping with it.
Sleeping with the little bear thing.
Yeah.
Is it a bear? What was it?
It was a, I think it was a Pokemon.
A Poke. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't watch Pokemon.
I just know it's a Pokemon.
Yeah, I just know it was like a Pokemon.
One of the cute ones.
Yeah. It looked like a platypus.
I don't know.
Do you watch?
Platypus? Was it like the one with the circle in them?
It was, I didn't even know if it was a Pokemon or if it's yellow and it has like a long nose like a platypus.
like a
Perry the
beak.
platypus. Yeah.
Oh, it was like a duck.
Yeah, basically it was like a duck.
So it was side duck.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, you got the name for me. Look at that.
Hey,
My bad.
You know, I'm a Pokemon watcher.
Oh,
through and through.
I was like, I hope it was Pokemon. But it looked like a Pokemon. It looked like it was a Pokemon. But yeah, I was like, but I do sleep with it every night. But when he asked me for the $20, I was like, I'll give him the $20
Right.
because like I did make him spend $400.
Right.
I felt bad. And it was Valentine's Day too. So I was like, I guess this is my Valentine's Day gift for him.
Right, yeah.
He didn't even get me anything. But all right. So he refused to tell me what it was for.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what the heck?
Did you ever
Like,
find
what
out
are
what
you
it
doing
was?
with this $20? Yeah, I did. A few days later, he was like, it was for Marvel Rival, like a game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he wanted the skin. And he was like, are you mad? I'm like, no.
You would have been mad if he said drugs or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck?
That's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, no. He was like, are you mad? I'm like, no. I spent like $10 on freaking Dress to Impress for VIP. I can't be mad at that. Like,
I can't judge.
no, I'm not a judger. If you want it,
Right.
he did want me to like. He said he would have paid me back, but I couldn't do it for him because I don't have money right now. Yeah, he was like, it's like for $40, and I'm like, okay. At the time, I was like, yeah. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do it because I don't have any money, and I have to pay this girl back for this concert that we're going to because she spent like her savings.
Oh,
so I
wow.
have to like pay her back monthly because she know I don't have like a job, so I have to pay her back monthly.
Right.
But yeah, she's really nice though.
Oh, that's nice.
She's like, you can pay me anytime, don't rush, but I still need it.
Take your time, but not too much.
Yeah, she's like, don't take too long, Yeah.
Yeah, I like friends like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like, they remind you, but they don't,
Yeah, they remind you, but they don't like make a big fuss about
Yeah,
it.
they
You don't
don't,
like constantly like attack you.
Right, like not
You know?
where's the money? Where's the money?
Yeah, and I assured her that I would pay her back.
Right.
I'm like, I have a job this weekend. I'll pay you when I get paid for that. You know.
Once the money comes in, it's yours.
Yeah, I assured her. Like, I'm like, girl,
That's nice.
I'm not gonna ghost you. Don't worry.
Right. Yeah, that's the worst thing. You ever been ghosted when somebody owed you money?
No.
No, right?
My thing is, I don't give money out like that. And my thing is, I don't normally ask back for money. If it's for like, one time, I ended up buying lunch for this person, and they were like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I'll pay you back." I'm like, You do not need to pay me back for that.
Right.
It was just lunch. Like, don't pay me back. It was like, I think it was like $20 or whatever. I was like, I don't need the money. Like, you don't have to pay me back. And they were like, oh my God, I got my check. I'm going to pay you back. I'm like, no, don't pay me back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like that too. Like, if I offer is one thing, and also, like you said, if it's just like something simple, like lunch or buying snacks or, you know, maybe movie. But if it's like little things like that, it's like, don't worry about it, you know?
Yeah, if I offer, like, you don't need to pay me back. But, like, if you ask and you like, say you're going to pay me back, then pay me back. That's a difference. You're like, oh my God, could you buy me this? I'll pay you back. And I'll be like, okay.
Okay, well, I'm expecting that
Where's the money?
Right.
My thing is, I never, like, had that situation before, so I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't want to, because I have anxiety and I hate confrontation. I would never, like, text you, like, where's my money?
Right.
I'm like, no.
You just let it slide.
I'll let it slide.
You just start waiting for days.
Yeah, like, I like, gave my dad money, too. I used to save money, you know? And he was like, can I get this? Can you, like, give me this amount? I'm like, okay. You gonna pay me back, though? He was like, yeah. He didn't pay me back. He owes me so much money.
You know, my dad is the same way, too. My dad will ask me for money, and I'll give it to him. And then it's like, when it comes time to, like, pay it back, my dad's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll give it to you eventually.
Yeah, it's always eventually, right?
I'm like, you work more than I do.
Yeah, like, he has a job. I don't have a job. I was just, like, saving money from, like
anything, yeah.
Yeah, like, from, like, when they would give me, like, lunch money or whatever.
Right.
I'd be like, okay, I'm going to save it.
Right.
You know, I don't need lunch. Let me starve. I could just get food at home.
That's true.
Yeah, you know.
Home, cook a little.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would save all those money. I think I saved, like, a decent amount, you know, like 300 or something.
Yeah.
He asks for money, I give it to him.
Right.
And I don't get it back. Don't get it back. I'd be like, where's my money? And he'd be like, oh my God, I have to, like, what is it? Stop asking. I'm like, oh, well, damn. Well,
oh, you're supposed to give it back to me. That's my money there.
Yeah. What happened?
That's so. Parents are like that, though.
Yeah. But every time, this is so funny. So I would always argue with my dad.
Really?
And, okay, funny, but like a funny argument, you know?
Okay.
But, oh my God, there was this one time. It was like, I said India is a part of Asia, right? He walked past me. He was, oh, no. Oh, yeah, we did have an argument, but he's like, no, India is not a part of Asia. India is a different continent. And I'm like, let me pull it up right now and show you. Right. I don't know how the conversation even ended. I don't know how it ended up talking about India being a part of Asia. I don't know how that happened. But, yeah, I pulled it up. I'm like, is India a part of Asia? And he said yes. And I was like, but look at that. Look at that. I'm right. And he shut up real quick. But there was this one time, I was in my room, my door was open, and I was like, oh my God. I was on my period at this time, right? And I was like, oh my God, women have it so hard. Like, oh my God, being a woman is so hard. He walked past straight right by my room, said no, flew away. I'm like, the way, oh my God, he said no.
The nerve.
Walked. I'm like,
wow.
I'm on my period too. I'm like, oh, so he want to fight.
You already not feeling it.
Yeah,
like, okay.
Yeah, I was already miserable. So I woke. I was like, whoa. Yeah. And I got up. I walked outside. He's in the kitchen. Like, what did you say? He was like, no. And I'm like, okay. So, do you bleed out of your vagina every month? Last time I checked. What? Right. And do you get paid unfairly? I don't think so.
That's
like,
crazy.
What? Like, I'm like, what's your verdict? Why do you think? What makes you think that men have it way more harder? You know?
That was a bold statement.
Yeah, he was real bold.
That was real bold to say that.
Yeah, he brave as hell for saying that. What the heck?
In front of women too?
Yeah, in front of his daughter. What? And every time my mom and dad, right, I would always go to their room sometimes. And then he would, like, grab the remote from her, right? And I'd be like, wow, you're letting a man do that to you? You're letting a man treat you like that? And then my dad would get so pissed
so
every time I
funny.
say that. He'd be like, oh, so who'll be paying for your hair? And he'd be like, oh, who buys you this? Who do you live with? I'm like, oh, sorry.
Sorry, Dad. You're right.
I didn't mean it. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. Can I get 200 right now?
I'm sorry, Daddy. Give me money.
Yeah,
That's
like,
so funny, yo.
my bad.
You gotta tell them though. Listen, Father, it's 2025. You know, women run things around here.
Yeah.
Now, like, get into it.
Beyonce said it herself.
Yeah.
Who run the world?
Girl.
Girls, what the heck?
That's so funny, yo.
Yeah, it
Yo.
was so funny. But he absolutely hates when I do that.
Really?
Hates it. When we came, he wanted a DJ set, right? So we got him a DJ set. And he would always ask, did it come? Did it come? Did it come? Or whatever. Like, did you guys get it? Did you guys get it? We're like, yeah, we got it. We're like, yeah, we're bringing it, right? As soon as we hit Trinidad, he was like, we were like joking. We were like, as soon as we come, he's going to open every single suitcase and look for his thing. And he was like, guys, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like, or whatever, right? We came, he was like, okay, where is my... I know he was joking, but it was like really funny. But as soon as we got home, he was like, okay, where is it?
I'm like, no, there's nowhere. In your
So
dream.
he was like, oh, so he's not excited for us to come.
Right.
He only wanted his
DJ set.
Like, what the heck?
I'm like, listen, old man.
Yeah. The thing is, right, he wanted this expensive one, right? It's like really expensive. I don't know if he paid my sister back for it. But I remembered, did I drink this?
I don't know.
Anyways. But I remembered he wanted it to be an expensive one. And my sister was like, okay, I found like a cheaper one. It's the exact same brand, but it's just a cheaper one for it, right?
Right.
Like, no, I want this one. I want this one. I'm like a freaking small bra. Like, damn, okay. So my sister got the cheaper one. They're exactly alike.
Right.
Exact same thing, right?
They do the same thing.
She was like, he's not going to notice. He's not going to notice. I'm like, okay, he's not going to notice. Okay, it's the exact same thing. So I'm like, I hope it works good. I hope it doesn't give any trouble or whatever,
right.
you know. But it was like $80-something. So yeah, it should be good, right?
Right.
He's like playing with it. He's using his stuff. You know, that's his toy. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I looked at my sister. I was like, does not notice that it's the cheaper one. He does not know. Like, it's so funny.
Oh, he didn't notice.
No, he didn't. He
better be.
He assumes that it's the one that he wanted.
Yo, you know, at that point, I would have been like, you better be happy with whatever.
Yeah, he was like really. I have pictures. I have videos of him playing with it.
Does he actually like DJ for real? Like,
He does DJ.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
and he said he is gonna DJ for my sister's birthday at this because he does DJ for radio.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he said he would DJ. My sister was like, no, don't do that. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, wait, why? Why don't you want him to DJ? And she was like, remember his eyes. Like, he popped a blood vessel because his blood sugar was high. Yeah, so he had to get, like, surgery and stuff. And he isn't supposed to look at any screens.
Oh.
Mind you, this guy is still staring at screens.
Just-
He's watching his Nigerian shows because he's obsessed with it. And he, as soon as he got out of surgery or like whatever he did,
First thing he did was watch
TV. I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave your eyes to rest. I'm like,
Yo, they don't listen, man.
disappointed. If you get blind, it's not my fault. If you get blind in one eye, I'm sorry.
Listen, one thing about men, we don't listen. We don't listen. All men are the same.
Wow.
Wow.
How surprising.
Right. She's like, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Come on now.
That's so funny, yo.
But yeah, he's a character. He's funny. But when he left, he was like pouting. He was like, "Don't leave." I'm like, he's like, "Why do you guys want to live there?" I'm like, there is nothing for me here. I'm sorry.
Wait, your father is there or here right now?
There.
He's there right now.
In Trinidad, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And my mom also is in Trinidad. Both my parents live there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so who you here with? Your aunt?
My aunt.
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom's sister.
The kids.
Yeah,
the
the
one.
two of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what is funny is I hear two sides of the story all the time.
Right,
So it's like I hear my mom complaining about my aunt, and then I hear my aunt complaining about my sister. I'm like, y'all should just talk it out. Please stop talking to me. My aunt was like, first of all, I was almost late for class because my aunt was just like talking about my mom, like, she's always like this, she always does this, and I'm like, please just talk to your sister.
Right, just talk to each other.
Please, I'm late for class, and now I was stuck with a bunch of freaking teenagers because of you.
Right. Oh, that was that thing you told me about. You were stuck on the bus.
That's why. But that was why. Because of her, by the way.
Oh my god, yo, that's so funny. I love family drama. I don't love it, but like I love how inconvenient sometimes it makes your life. Like you just be chilling, and all of a sudden they drag you into it.
Yeah,
you gotta pick sides.
Yeah, I've never been in family drama, by the way. Like
really?
I've always been by myself. You would never in your life hear, "Oh my God, Cassie did this," like, or like Cassie did a fight with this person. No,
me either, nah.
I can't.
I just hate it when they try to like make me pick a side because I'm just like, listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't care.
No, like leave me out of it. Right. This is your drama.
What it looks like, you're wrong and you're wrong.
Yeah, like I'm just the bystander, guys.
Exactly. I'm
not. Yeah, I'm innocent. Like, come on.
That's so funny, yo.
Leave me out of it.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, guys.
It's almost done, and we did say that we would call.
Oh, you still want to do it?
Did you forget? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said like next episode.
When is the next episode?
We can do it Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like we'll save that for the finale episode.
Okay, this is not the finale.
I thought it was, but I was behind on a couple episodes. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll be back.
So Wednesday's the finale.
Wednesday's the official finale.
Okay.
So guys, it was fun. I wish I had more time with y'all, but we got one more episode, so we're gonna make it good. We're gonna wrap it up. Cassie's gonna be here again. Cassie was really fun to be with today.
Don't miss me too much.
So thank you so much, Cassie, for being here today.
Yay!
We got class after this, so we're gonna be seeing each other still. But
yeah.
But for you guys,
that'll be the end for it.
That'll be the end for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Oh, not watching, but listening mostly.
You could imagine it.
You can imagine us,
Imagine the conversation.
Right,
imagine what our expressions was like. Mannerism.
All right, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.